Namo Amida Butsu. Hi guys. Yeah, it's been a little while. It's a lot of changes going on in myself, in my life, in the way I view life, in the way I handle life. And I'm growing older. This is what it is. It's neither good nor bad. You know, there's some good aspects to it. Let me there we go. Get a little centered here. No, but life happens, and I am thankful that in Jodo Shinshu we are the school of Amida's primal vow, the vow that says we entrust ourselves to him, say his name even 10 times, and wish to be born in his pure land of ultimate bliss and peace. Because we are living in a Dharma age wrought with chaos. I mean, there's always been chaos in the world, but it's like, you know, the world and the way we perceive how governments are run, everything's under transition. Ideologies are being transitioned. People's awareness is transitioning. Our propensity to buy into bullshit it's waning. We're becoming less and less of a materialistic, narcissistic society and more of an empathic society. And as an empath, I realized that, you know, you have to take each moment as it comes. You deal with life as it comes. Less and less is my life about control and more about entrusting to Amida Buddha. And I'm talking about me. This is not a how-to on how you should live your life or how you should perceive life. You are you, I am me. But I share what I go through in life because I learn things. You're never too old to learn. And I've learned, I've learned there are people who don't take life seriously. They don't give a first thought or a second thought to spirituality or spiritual matters. There are people who only think about TikTok and video games and politics, and none of that shit means anything to me. I mean, don't get me wrong, I enjoy playing video games from time to time. But as I get older, I settle down. I no longer have a burning desire to be accepted by other people. I no longer have a burning desire to prove myself. Because you can't. Anyone who is devoted to misunderstanding you is going to misunderstand you. Anyone devoted to judge you because of your age, your race, your faith, who you are, where you come from, the way you look, the way you talk, the color of your skin, your ethnicity, whatever. Anyone who is going to judge you, you're not going to win them over. You're not going to make them like you. And nor should you, nor are they worthy of that. You know, there are a lot of entitled, delusional, self-deceived people in the world. Let them be that. I no longer feel like I have to explain myself that much anymore. I do the best I can. I'm a good person. I'm flawed. I'm imperfect, obviously, or I wouldn't need the grace and love of Amida's primal vow. I wouldn't need to pray to Amida and ask for his guidance and direction. But in my older years, I find I rely less and less on my own self-power and more on entrusting myself to Amida, not just for my salvation, but every aspect of my life. I entrust to Amida to guide me. And more I'm able to let go in faith and trust Amida to guide me. I'm less and less inclined to trust people based on their title, their position. I think the last two American presidents have helped me with that immensely. I no longer have any faith in political systems, American or otherwise. We have to go within ourselves and be quiet and listen. What I do is I go inside myself a lot of the time, especially in the morning hours, and I lay my doubts, my fears, my worries, my insecurities, my anger, my rage, my hate, my grasping. I mentally lay that on the altar. And I say, okay, Amida, here is my offering to you. I give to you not just that which is good in my life. I give you every aspect of my life, positive and negative. And I trust you, Amida, to guide me. I embrace my weakness and the fact that I am a person of blind passions and delusions. I embrace the fact that in this life I'm not going to be a saint. I'm not going to be a Buddhist master. I'm not going to be someone who flies or walks on water or walks through walls, because none of that shit means anything to me. Right now, I'm where I need to be. And I take refuge in the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha. Number one, I take refuge in Amida Buddha, wholly and completely, without any doubt, without any hesitation. I entrust myself and my karmic destiny to Amida Buddha. Number two, I take refuge in the Dharma, the Amida Dharma. The teachings of Amida Buddha by Shakyamuni. The teachings of Masters Shinran, Rinyo, Chantao, and others who are our Pure Land masters. this is enough for me. Now I am open to listening to things that I can use, not in other religious philosophies, but in ideologies of how to be more prepared in life. Stoicism, I highly recommend studying the writings of Stoics. There are some very good YouTube videos on Stoicism and Stoic philosophy. They're very basic, they're very down to earth. I find they do not conflict with Buddhist cosmology or ideology, but actually they work well with Buddhist ideology and cosmology, because it's a basic philosophy of how to be strong and self-sufficient in life. And even though I'm a weak person and I need to turn to the Sangha, my friends, and I don't have that many friends, but I can say nearly all of my friends are in the Sangha. And by Sangha, I mean the Buddhist community, but mainly Amida Sangha. Thirdly, of course, it is the Sangha. I take refuge in the Sangha. It's hard to trust people nowadays. And you know, there are people that come into the Sangha that leave the Sangha. But the wonderful thing about our Sangha is, if you are full of bullshit and you join this Sangha of Amida to manipulate or to make a name for yourself or to put yourself on a pedestal, you will quickly be knocked down. Because this is a faith-based Sangha. Our entire Sangha is focused wholly on the worship and entrusting to Amida Buddha, Amida Buddha. And so bullshitters come, but they end up either growing tired and leaving, or they get kicked out because, yeah, we're hard-ass that way. Because we realize life is short and there's no time for bullshit, especially as it pertains to faith. I remember my last Sangha many years ago. After its founder, Paul Roberts, died, it ended up falling prey to bad management, false ideologies, woke politics. And that's the thing about Amida. We follow what the Buddha taught, what Shakyamuni Buddha taught. It doesn't matter what the trending ideological views are, political views, ideological, social views. Our lives are based on faith in Amida Buddha. This adds a dimension to your life that you cannot get in bullshit ideologies. Speaking personally, this is something that you can't get in other religions. I have never been able to find in other religions what I have found in the Amida school of Jodo Shinshu Buddhism. The teaching is so succinct, so simple, so streamlined, so basic. And that's what you need to navigate in this Dharma ending age of Mappo, in the Saha realm of suffering and desire. Because when you go off into a bunch of ideologies, you're lost. You're like a child drowning at sea, getting caught in the undertow and swept under, sucked in by the tide. It's a dangerous place to be. As my sensei Josho Adrian Kirlia says, we have no time. No time. He says it twice. The matter of life and death is serious. And I say that not out of fear or worry about dying. I don't. Believe me, I don't. I say this because, like Josho, I don't want to repeat another round of this bullshit. I don't want to come back in my next life and go through another lower realm or slip to an even lower realm than that and have to go through this process all of suffering and desire all over again. No, no, no. Fuck that. The simple faith I have in Amida Buddha is all I need. It's all I want. It's all I desire. It is the perfect fit. I've said this in other videos, but never have I meant it more than I do now, as I grow older and closer to the end of this life. Know this. Jodo Shinshu Buddhism, as it is taught by the Amida school of Jodo Shinshu Buddhism, is a complete Buddhist philosophy. It is a complete Buddhist faith. It doesn't need anything to supplement it. It doesn't need anything added to it. So I just wanted to make a video because I haven't made one in a while. Because hey, you know, life happens. I'm not going to go into a bunch of details about it, but you know, I'm back and I never left really. But I want you to know this. Entrust yourself to Amida and know that Amida is in control of your life. If you entrust yourself to him, it doesn't mean life is going to go perfectly. It doesn't mean stuff doesn't happen, calamities. I mean, life is life. And that's the one thing Buddhism teaches us, is that life happens. But know this, he's with you every step of the way. Amida is there for you. Don't ever doubt that. Namo Amida Butsu. Thank you. I love you guys. Take care.